joining us.
Hello.
Hey!
Nice to see you're rocking that pink hair. I was wondering what we were going to get from you today.
Yeah, you know what? I'm rocking the pink hair. I'm not shaved. I haven't cut it. Like this is not even. I don't even know who this guy is. But he's here.
Guess what, Josh?
Look at this. 30. That's crazy.
Welcome to it.
It's a combination of COVID and being 30. I'm like, man, I'm just like, I'm going to start looking shittier and shittier every day anyway as I get older. Why am I even going to be effort?
Like, this is the second half of your life. Like it's
This is it. This is not this. This is the end half. That's the way that I see it. This is the end. It's all just, I'm just going downhill.
Well, man, hey, thanks so much for joining us again, Josh. Nice seeing you, man. You said
Of
Joey's
course.
asleep right now?
I don't know where Joey is. He's either asleep or he's still up from yesterday. When I'm writing, Joey and I usually are this way too. The other two guys are pretty like structured, but Joey and I we're on Mars time. Like we don't care. We don't care how long it takes the Earth to go around in its rotation. Like we just sleep when we're ready to sleep. Unless we're on tour. On tour, obviously, it's very structured. Like you have to get up and play your show. But when we're writing, it's like we're working on a song. We're gonna keep working on it until we like pass out, and then we'll wake up whenever we wake up and pick back up.
So is that what you're doing in Nashville right now? Are you working on music?
Yeah.
Awesome. And how's it coming along?
It's coming along really nicely now that the whole band is in one place. So what we were doing before was we all got into a room together. We worked out all these songs, and then we tracked a bunch of them, and then I kind of took it and, just started tinkering the way that I do, and then people would pop in and out. But for the most part, it was like just me, and then other band members would cycle in and out. Now that we're all together again, it's actually going a lot quicker, and that's making me happy because it felt like it was kind of dragging, and I was getting a little bit nervous. Not that it matters, because we can't tour, we can't do anything.
Well, at least you have this to give you something to do and to stay creative and stay kind of intact with your band,
Yeah, totally.
So on the album, man, I mean, you guys are in together. That's awesome. You guys are kind of bonding, getting together as the boys. The boys are all back. They're in one room.
Yeah.
And you're feeling the progress. Do you think that probably, I would say before June of next year, we're going to have a full-length album from you guys?
Oh, I can't say.
Son of a bitch.
I don't know, honestly, because I don't know. We've written a lot of songs now, and a lot of them are complete. And now that we're here, a lot of them are like closer to completion. And we've just got a big batch of songs that we're really excited about, but we don't know what we're going to do with them. There's a thing happening right now. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway, where the industry people are being smart about what they're choosing to release at this time, at least on our side of things. And we have a lot of really slow, sad, depressing songs that are some of my favorite, and our fan base really loves that stuff from us too. But it's like the world is in such a terrible state, and everybody is so depressed that maybe it's not the best idea to hit the world with a radio single that makes them feel even worse about how terrible everyone's life is right now. And they have a point. I'm like, God, you're right. Like, I so badly want to just like put all the really real stuff out there. Not that 30 wasn't real, but 30 at least is like sassy and fun. And it kind of makes you smile and laugh.
Totally.
Like laugh at this shitty situation rather than like be more sad about it. And so I think you're going to probably see a lot more of that before it starts to get into the like ghost territory and those types of songs. And because those songs, I'm still writing those songs. Unfortunately, I'm still writing those songs. But that's something that I feel like needs to be said. Like we've got it all. But I don't know exactly what we're going to start rolling out and what it's going to look like. Because of that reason.
Got it.
Keep sticking with what you love, man. You got a passion for what you do, and you do it great. And obviously,
thank you.
Love it too.
Yeah, and we love all of it. By the way, we love the sad songs and the happy. I mean, there's no happy songs. Maybe like 1.5 happy songs, but we love like the sassy, fun ones, and we love the really slow, serious ones. We love it all. And eventually, we're gonna put all of it out.
Well,
awesome.
The single Badflower with 30, man, that song, when I first heard it, and a mutual friend of ours, Heather, turned me on to it, I was like, that's the shit. That's going to be such a fun song.
It is a fun song.
Yeah. And I'm much older than 30, but it reminded me of 30. Once you shut it, you shut it. But, it reminded me of, where I am and, where my life is now, but what I was thinking when I was 30. And,
right.
One of my favorite parts is watching the video. If anybody's watching and they've not seen the video for this song yet, you are missing out. Did you guys have that much fun making the video? Because that just looked fun.
It does look like a party.
Yeah, we spent a really long time, like a month and a half, I want to say, on pre-production. And so like just design, I mean, we went through every single step that I was going to take and had it planned out and plotted out, and I rehearsed it a bunch of times. And so that when we got into the space, because, you know, you pay a good amount of money for a big warehouse space like that. And we're like, well, we only want to spend like a day or two here. We don't want to have to like do all our rehearsals here. And so we did all of our rehearsals. We built the whole stage setup. We designed a lot of it at our house in the desert, and then just moved it out to that room. And so we already shot. There's 2 versions of the video. There's one that we shot, like the fake version that we shot on an iPhone at our house, but it's the entire video all the way through. And then there's the real version that came out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, I got to ask, though, Josh, the dancing scene towards the end, when you guys had your masks on and the dancing, how many times did you guys have to do that over and over? Because I'm like, I can't dance. That was interesting.
See, we only had 1 day to do that. And it was only like a half a day. We showed up a little bit late because we wanted to get the sun coming down perfect. Like we wanted the sun in the exact spot in the sky to get it. We missed it. The sun already went down, Pat, because we couldn't nail the dance, and it was much harder to do in the sand dunes. Like we were sinking, and we're like, we're not professional dancers. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. And we were just you know, if one person messes it up, you're like, do it again. So we had to do it over and over again, and then eventually the sun went all the way down, and we were just like, whatever it looks like, we'll commit to it. But then eventually, you know, it was getting close to like nighttime. Like just gotta take the take, like whatever it is. But it was funny. It was funny how like we kind of were getting irritated with each other just because we were doing it. Oh, and it was hot, like so hot. We're sweating. We're in these jumpsuits. They're just pooling up with water, with sweat. And we were yelling at each other, and then it was like action, and we like turned the face on. You know,
I would have loved to have been there to watch that all play out. Like all like the, what do they call like the cut scenes, like the bloopers, you know?
Mm-hmm. We've got lots of them. We had friends over that who were filming.
Did you get to choose your faces? Because some people have the smiley faces.
Yeah.
Some people have the. Did you guys each pick the face that you wanted?
Yeah. We I mean, I just went through and I picked a bunch of them, and then we printed them, put them on cardboard. Like we literally printed them, cut them out ourselves, put them on cardboard ourselves. There was no part of this. It was like done like by us specifically.
Yeah.
And then we laid it all out, and everybody got to pick their character, which was fun.
Some fans that have chimed in, and they want to know certain things. So my friend Maria, she's going to fire off some questions. PDQ, it's time to get sassy.
All right. So our first question is from Paula, and Paula wants to know the best Mexican food you've had anywhere that you've been on tour. Are you a Mexican food fan?
I love Mexican food, Paula. And the best Mexican food would have to be Gracias Madre in Los Angeles.
All right. Is there a particular dish there that you're a fan of?
Well, it's an all-vegan Mexican place.
Oh.
Obviously, yeah. And it's really fancy and a little bit too expensive, but it's worth it.
Next question comes from Chris. And Chris wants to know, how did you come up with the name Badflower?
Eat that question, Chris. When you're a new band and you're trying to come up with a band name, you point at everything around you and you're like, let's be the laptops. Let's be called the TVs. Let's be called the speakers. And you don't just point at you because you don't know what to call yourself. And if you try too hard to make something meaningful, then it's like sounds pretentious and it's douchey and you don't want to do that. So a family member of mine just said something really dumb at one point, and he used those 2 words, and Joey and I heard it at the time. We just like, Badflower. But 1 word. It was just like that kind of thing. We just like the sound of it. And now I hate the band name.
But it's too late to go back now.
Yeah, it's too late. I think after 3 number 1s, it's a little bit like, yeah, we don't like this anymore.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. And the thing is, people love the band name, but they don't realize that they love the band name because they love the band.
Right. It actually
That's
has
how it
nothing
works.
to
Like,
do. If they didn't like the band, they'd be like, that name is so stupid. Right.
Exactly. Any even the greatest band name, if you didn't like the music, you'd be like, and the band name sucks. And it's just the way it is. So we'll keep it.
There you go.
But
All
I
right,
hate
one
it.
more question here from Joyce. And Joyce would like to know who or what group influenced you to pursue a career in music?
There was no one specific group. A big one for me was Blink-182. So even though we don't make music really like that, I remember being a young, impressionable boy and seeing this band like make fart jokes and dick jokes on stage, and just they were so ruthlessly like childish, but then also wrote these really lullaby style beautiful songs. Like musically they were so beautiful and perfect, and then they were just fun, and it looked like it was my dream. I was like, that's so cool. So my first guitar was a Fender Strat, probably because Tom DeLonge played a Strat, like things like that. That was influential. Man, I would rock. I remember when Skater Boy first came out, the Avril Lavigne song, and I had the CD, and I put my CD player on my guitar amp, my little guitar amp that I had, and I'd play the CD, and it would skip because I would turn it up so loud, and it would vibrate the CD player. But that was something that I used to do. Like I would play along to that CD.
To Avril Lavigne's Skater Boy. Now we know.
But then I also had Eminem. I had Eminem's first full length, and I loved that. And I had to get that without, I had to like find that on my own because that wasn't allowed. The parental advisory stuff back. It's a very different time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Josh. Well, listen, man, we've taken a lot of your time. We're getting ready because you got to get back in the studio. You got a new album. I know you got a lot of stuff going on, but we're going to do something real fast. It's our rapid fire. It's time to get saucy with PDQ.
We each have 5 questions for you, and it's just a this or that. It's going to be a quick little rapid fire round, okay?
Let's go.
All right, I'm going to go first. All right, bowling or mini golf?
Bowling.
East Coast or West Coast?
West.
Pizza or pasta?
Pasta. Fuck. Pizza.
Yeah, I think pizza too. You can't go wrong with pizza, right? Guitar or singing if you had to pick to do only one?
Singing.
And beer or booze?
Both.
I'm okay with that.
That's like saying weed or pot.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt too. I was like, isn't that the same? Or is it more like beer or liquor?
Yeah. Beer or liquor.
Yeah. Both. Still.
Okay.
Same answer finally.
Okay. I got you. All right. Now it's my turn, Josh. Here we go.
Let's go.
Ranch or honey mustard?
Ranch.
Ice cream or iced coffee?
Neither. Hot coffee.
Fair enough. Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd?
Fuck you, man. That's hard.
Hey, man.
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd. All right. Drama or action?
Action.
And lastly, boobs or butt?
Man, you don't spend a lot of time on Twitter, do you?
No.
Personality. Final answer.
Personality.
Good guy.
Yeah, no
we
boobs
love
or butt.
you, Josh. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you guys, too. That was fun.